Hello everyone. In this video I will explain loot filters and how you can easily make one yourself. So, in Path of Exile a lot of items drop. The problem is that most of the items that drop are very bad and would just clutter our screen. This is where loot filters come in. Filters out all the items that are not worth anything and should be not picked up at all. So, where can I get one? I personally create my loot filters on filterblade.xyz, which is a great website that allows you to customize your filters in a lot of different ways. In order to save and create loot filters, you must be logged in through your Path of Exile account. So let me quickly do that. You have to be logged in. This is the data that Filterblade gets, authorize, and now we can design our loot filter. Okay, since we are logged in now, let's create one together. In the overview section, we can choose between NeverSync Softcore, NeverSync Hardcore, NeverSync Stable, and NeverSync Ruthless. Let us assume that we play in a softcore league. Now we can choose how strict the filter should be. We will get a small description for every strictness level. So for example, soft says shows too much, not recommended for regular gameplay. Regular shows all rares, most recipe and all currencies, good for beginners, chaos recipes and new leagues, shows too much for most endgame scenarios. Good filter for beginners and new leagues, hides bad rares, low value recipes. Good for chaos recipes, shows too much for optimized builds. Strict balanced endgame filter, hides scrolls, scraps, low rares, but still shows a lot. Bad for chaos recipes, sells whetstones and transmutes to gain wisdom scrolls 4-1. Portal gem is recommended. And this goes on and on. If you're a beginner to the game, I would personally recommend that you start at regular, and after getting more experience with what has value and what does not, go to semi-strict and then to strict. So I would not go over this until you have a few leagues under your belt, I would say, or at least one league. Now we can go to the styles section. The style is just the looks of the filter. This is how the filter currently looks. A mirror of Colander would look like that. And let's say now we go to the Lunaris style, or to the Elder style. As you can see, this already changes how the items would look when they drop. There are a few styles in here. As you can see, this always changes. Velvets. So you have that customization option. My personal favorite is Azurite. I always like the colors that I see here. Highlights the items very nicely, but you do you. If you want to make more in-depth changes, you can go to the customization window. And for example, what you can do here is you can change the tiers. For example, if you personally think that a Putrid Cloister is a tier 1 map instead of a tier 2 map, you can just put this here, or you can decide that you just want to hide tier 2 maps, or tier 3 maps will no longer show up when they drop. I personally think though that as a beginner you should just leave it as it is and not do anything, but as a more experienced player you can be more specific. For example, if you want to farm a bow base that is very interesting to you, you can change the tiers as well. Let me quickly show you that. For example, go to weapons and armors, let's say tier 1, and let's go to bows. As you can already see, an Imperial, Spine, and Thicket and Shortbow are all tier 1 bows. So let us assume that you personally think that a Markev bow is a tier 1 bow as well. All you have to do is click on it and it will go into the tier 1 section. If you want to downgrade something, you have to just click the tier 2 here, and now the Markev bow is in the tier 2 section. Again, this is very, very specific, and as I've already said, I would not recommend you to do that if you are a beginner or new player to the game. If you are an experienced player, you can, of course, customize this all you want. Okay, next. Here, this allows us to simulate our filter, and we can generate loot, and as you can see here, this would all get filtered out, and this is the only thing that would show up. You can choose between regular loot and valuable loot. Let's generate some valuable loot. As you can see, we will get Necros Lock. And here you can also test the sounds, which you can change as well, but I will talk about that a bit later in the video. As you can see, this is how your looter would look and how it would sound. In the style section, you can make more in-depth changes. You can change the text colors again, the border colors, the background colors, and And also change the sounds. Currently, we have just regular sounds. These are pretty fine. I don't have anything against them, but you can also change to positional and custom sounds. If you want to upload your own files, you can do that as well, as far as I know. And there are also game and community sounds. For example, you can use the
I want
Maven
all of the special ones.
or from Azura or from Zizaran.
Hey, over here, check this out. Money. Really?
This makes it possible to give your filter a very, very unique style and also a very, very unique sound. So if you want to customize your sounds, you can go for it. There's also Gazi
What the
TVs
fuck is this garbage?
also available.
Come.
All up to you. The advanced section should only be touched by users that know what they are doing. So if you're a beginner or if you don't know what that means, just don't touch the advanced section. So we customized our filter. We decided to go with a strict filter. We chose our style. We choose some sounds. Now we can save the filter. There are two options. You can either send the filter to your account directly or you can download it. I personally don't think there's a reason to download it and put it into the folder. I just sent them to my account directly. So let's give this filter a name. YouTube filter. You see, you can make it public or you can make it private. That is totally up to you. You can also, if you go back to Filter Blade, auto-load it if you want to. I personally never do that. You can also donate some money if you want to this Patreon. And now you can click sync or download. You can choose. Upload your filter directly to your Path of Exile account. Save and download, copy this file into the POE folder on your PC. I click save and sync. Now it gets uploaded, successfully uploaded filter. It should arrive in the game instantly. Saving complete. Okay. If you want to activate your filter, you have to go to options, game, and then go to item filters and choose the filter that you've just created. In our case, YouTube filter. Let me quickly test the filter on the blood aqueducts just to show you the difference between having a filter and having no filter. So this is how the screen looks with a filter. As you can see, the Azumite X gets highlighted a bit. Let us now just do this. This is how the game would look without a filter. As you can see, it is very, very important to have a filter. All right, that concludes the video. I hope you guys found it informative. I wish you guys a lot of fun creating your own filter. Bye-bye.